What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Burndown YouTube channel. So I've been a busy guy this week. We pulled the motor out of the Malibu during the week after hours. We sent it off to the old machine shop. So you and I are going to take a trip over there, kind of see how things are progressing. Hopefully we're far enough along that we're still on the timeline, because we have like 15 days or something, or 12 days, I don't know what it is, till Rocky Mountain Race Week. So let's go to the machine shop, go see how this thing's going. All right, we're here. Got my machine shop hat on. Ta-da! So we have got a crank in a block, not to be confused with the in a box. Crank in a block. Man, we've got, this is a quality video you get over here, lots of noise. Alexa, stop playing. So I was able to throw this in last night. She's all torqued down, spins free, and the cam bearings are in. And I found something that I thought I would bring to Fun's attention, because I feel like Fun is an old school guy, and it seems like he's done all kinds of stuff. And I also feel like he realizes I'm not quite as dumb as I pretend to be, and my verbiage, like slapping things together and doing all that stuff, is mainly for fun. Sometimes I actually do try, other times I don't. You guys get to watch it on camera. But he was like, you need to clean it and clean it and clean it. And I was like, last time I pulled this thing apart and I did cam bearing stuff, I cleaned everything out. And same thing this time, I cleaned everything out. I put the new cam bearings in, and then I was really paying attention to the oiling holes and making sure everything was lined up properly. And I saw a little chunk, a little shaving. I don't know if it was bearing, block, whatever it was, when I smacked it in. So I started eyeballing all the bearings, and then sure enough, in a couple of them, there was these little shavings that came out. And like I said, I don't know if it's bearing or what from driving it in. Lord knows where it's from, but it was in there. And they're nice and straight. That could go through like an oil filter, or it could go into the oiling system. I don't know if it'd make it through, it wouldn't make it through the filter, but regardless, it could swim around there, who knows. And that's something that could get into a bearing and ruin it. So we cleaned the block after, so before I installed the cam bearings, and then we gave her a nice hose bath and air bath blow off after I put the bearings in as well. So I'm feeling a little bit better about it this time. We'll see, I don't know, maybe we'll pump new stuff to the new bearings, but we're trying out here. And again, this is all torqued, this is in, so we're moving on to cleaning up these guys, and we got to do new bearings in here. I will check a couple of the clearances on the rods. I did check the clearance on that. We're like 2000s according to the plastomometer gauge, so I know that's not the right way to do it, but that's what we got. And then I ordered a ring compressor, piston ring compressor tool. Yeah, believe it or not, I don't have one. I always borrow one. I was like, I'm gonna order one, and then Amazon screwed me. It was supposed to be here yesterday, and now they're kicking it till like tomorrow. So we're gonna go beg and borrow and steal one of those. But I will clean all these up. We'll get this piston ring compressor tool so we can put these in, and then we will check a few of them with the new bearings in place. But again, it was a running motor. I'm assuming everything should be copacetic, and we'll hopefully have a rotating assembly today. And then the heads are there. I need to spritz them off, but we hose them down with a bunch of cleaner, degreaser, and then we'll sit and scrape and make sure the gasket surface is good. And then I already did that on the block. So like I said, we'll see how far along we can get today, but I'm gonna keep rolling. I'll bring you guys back. Maybe we can check some clearances or whatever. We'll stuff some of these pistons in there, and then that's where I can kind of bring you guys back. But let me clean, nobody wants to watch that, and then I'll go borrow some tools, bring you back in a bit. So we are still here at the machine shop working on this, and the system that I'm doing is cleaning. I cleaned all these guys, and then I'm gonna swap bearings and then loosely put these on, and then do all of them. That way everybody's in and seated and everything's clean behind the bearing. And then once these are all done, then I'll put them in one by one. So the other nice and fun thing I found, I got one of the heads down here, but when we were spritzing these dudes off, this guy here had a bit of bubbly around her, so I borrowed some lapping compound. So we'll take this one apart. I'm hoping there's just some crud holding the valve up, because I had the intake off after I took the rocker arms off, so I'm hoping maybe it just has some BS, but hopefully we can lap it in and the bubbles go away. So that's more extra fun that I didn't account for, but everybody else kind of looked good when I spritzed them. So yeah, man, this is some hardcore. This machine shop visit's gonna cost me, that's all I know. So we are about halfway through. We are on piston number 5 out of 8. And I do have to say that doing it the right way is definitely not as fun as just slamming things together and then having to pay attention. But our goal for Rocky Mountain Race Week this year is to go in the 9s and to load the car with the same motor and transmission we start with. I've done 2 Rocky Mountain Race Weeks. I've completed both, and I brought different transmissions home every time. So we're trying to avoid that, but I feel like if I just slam this motor together, we're gonna end up bringing a different motor parts home. So I'll try to pay attention. We'll try to do a decent job as I talk and walk and chew gum over here, but all in all, I think we'll be all right. So we're number 5. Let me slam this one home, and then we'll flip it over, and we're going to torque them all at the same time. So I'm just hand tightening everything so we can flip it over and get a good torque on things. But ultimately, I think we're doing all right. This takes a lot of time doing this. It's definitely not as fun as just impacting things home. Maybe one day we can do like a sloppy build and see if we can take a budget car and maybe do like 10s or something with it. I think that would be killer, and I think that would be doable. But I digress. Let's get back to fancy mechanics motor building. Woo-wee! Look at that. We got ourselves a short block, boys, and I want to send a big shout out and thank you to my sponsor, Scat. This entire rotating assembly is Scat products, and you're probably like, oh, well, that's nice, you have Scat stuff. Well, go get yourself some. And it's not just me they sponsor. There is a link in the video with a phone number. I know it's 2024 or whatever it is, and they have a phone number, but you need to call in. The code is Burndown. Talk to them, and anything that they offer under the Scat umbrella, you are going to get a smoking discount on. And if you were smart enough to actually pay attention and listen to me preach about the Scat products, and you called in, you got yourself a deal, please leave a comment, because I don't know if people think it's real or not, or they think, oh, I'm going to have to call and talk to somebody. It's probably nothing. I'm telling you guys, you can save a ton of money and get some awesome products. With that being said, this is their 4-inch stroker kit. I don't know if you guys know that or not. So 4-inch stroke crank. We have their H-beam rods. I believe this is the ultimate rod, the good rod that they make. And we've got the Scat branded ARP 2000 bolts on that. So that's what makes this thing tick. Yes, it is a junkyard motor. For anybody that wants to say that it's not, go open your motor up and you let me know if you have a 555 stamp number 1 deal in the back of your motor. You probably don't. So yeah, this came out of the junkyard. It was a cheap motor. What we're doing, you know, we're trying to do with what we got. So go check out Scat, get yourself a smoking deal. Tell them I sent you. The code is Burndown. You got to be subscribed to the channel, so obviously you heard about it because you're on here. So if you're not subscribed, subscribe. Go save some money. Go get some Scat parts. Now that we have that out of the way, we'll just kind of bag it up, set it off to the side, and I'm going to turn my attention to Mr. Bubbly Guy over here, which I marked it. And like I said, I had, technically it was water because we were hosing things off. It was degreaser, and then I was washing it, and then when I was blowing it off with air, it was bubbling right in here. So I'm hoping that it was just trash that settled in there. But I think what we'll do is we'll kind of clean stuff up so I don't make things worse, and then we're going to take that spring off and we can lap this in. This is the plan. Hopefully it goes well. Or you know, maybe we'll try to lap it first, because I don't want to spend much time cleaning it if we got to swap it out, and I do. Luckily I have a set over there. They're not technically my heads. I'll have to make a phone call, and I don't really want to get into that and owe money on stuff. So hopefully this works. If not, we got a freshie set of 243s. I just don't want to dig into them. Figured instead of jumping right into it, I would demonstrate it for the masses so you guys weren't like, what are you talking about, you idiot? So do that, move it down, Let's see. See if it'll blow bubbles. Hold your speakers. See? It's not supposed to do that. So we'll take this valve out and lap it down. But I think I heard a special guest. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What does this cat want? Let's find out. You got a sponsor here to see you. So I got you this for graduating. What do you think?
Yeah, it's cool.
That's cool. and then what happened?
So then, since your dad placed an order in May, was like a giveaway for children's mental health. So like giving prizes away. So this is the 3rd place. So this was like hand poured resin taco gasser.
Set it up here. Let's check it out. You won that, dude. For your order. What? Oh no! What happened to your hand? What's wrong?
I went outside.
It's all in the dirt.
Whatever.
Hey.
I'll wash it.
So yeah, and it has an LED light, so you plug it into a USB and then you can light it up.
Whoa! It has a stand and everything. That is super cool. Okay, dirt hand guy. So I didn't know you were playing in the dirt. Sorry.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Well, we'll check it out.
I gotta go wash my wounds.
Well, thank you very much.
Cool. No problem.
So this is the order. Check this thing out. These are super slick. I saw these and I'm like, oh, I gotta have one. So that was for the children's mental health. I hope you guys participated. I know I beat the drum on here a bit. If you ordered stuff, leave in the comment section if you got something. But thank you guys, and thank you, John, for doing that.
Oh, dude, thank you.
Yeah, and then we got. I'm a little jealous. I might have to order a second one. Big shout out to my friend and sponsor, John Chase, over at Destroyer Clothing. Go swing by, pick up some goods. I did participate, and I told you guys I was going to participate, so we got a hat, and then my boy won that thing. I think it's rad. I'll give you guys a look at it at the end of the video. But enough chatting, more machine shopping. So I got this guy off. Whoop. One-handed over here. So it looks like she wasn't sealing up, Hunter. And this is kind of ugly. So hopefully we can laugh her on in, and then life will be good and we'll get her to seal up. That's what we're hoping for. So I'll bring you back. I'll let you know. All right, we got her lapped up. I don't know if you can see it or not, but I got alcohol. Oh, had alcohol resting in there. So it's not like pouring out. That valve seat doesn't look that great, but this is what we have. Like I said, with it not really pouring out, I think we're gonna be okay. It does still have a little bit of a leak, but that's the kind of work you can expect from the machine shop that you're at over here at Thompson Racing. So I'm gonna call it good, clean these up. I'd like to get these heads bolted back on, and yeah, that'll give me a long block. We got some new ARP head studs I'm excited about, so I don't have to cringe pulling the Chinese head studs for like a 4th time, because 3 times was a lot. So hopefully we can clean this up, get that done, and then we got long block, and then hopefully I can start cleaning other parts and then getting this thing back together. So yeah, this threw me for a loop. Like I said, I don't think we're 100 on this cylinder. I could do a compression check, I guess, after the motor's in, but that is gonna do it for today's episode, because I don't want to keep filming, because I feel like I'm behind, and it's a lot easier to not have to film and do stuff and explain what I'm doing. But Amazon was kind enough to deliver my package. It's about 6:30 on Saturday. It was supposed to be here yesterday, so that's wonderful. It helped me out a lot, as you can tell, because the pistons are in. So I'm glad I got the Bluetooth piston ring installer on time. So we'll throw that on the shelf. Got a bunch of other stuff cleaned up. Cleaning these guys up over here. As far as the head goes, I put some alcohol and I let it rest, and it wasn't like pouring out. We're gonna call it good, and then maybe we'll have to shake down AFR and see what's what. Maybe after we get back or something, we'll figure it out. But I don't know. It still runs. We're not looking for all the power in the world right now. We're just trying to get by. So we've got this done. We'll get the cam and everything, lifters all installed back in her, and then the heads and stuff, everything's clean over there. It's ready to go back in. So hopefully I can long block it, and next time you guys see this video, or the new video, I'm hoping to be stabbing it back in here. So that is the plan. You guys know what to do. Thank you for following along. I'm gonna drink this coffee because I'm getting tired. Return the tools that I borrowed, now that I have my own tools that I don't need. And then I'm gonna eat some dinner in a little while and then come back out here and we'll just give it hell until I get too tired to quit. And I don't want to run it, you know, burn the candle at both ends yet because I don't want to make dumb mistakes. So if we get tired later, I figure we can get through the cam at least. I mean, bolting heads on isn't that big of a deal, but who knows? I'm out.